Hey, Hazemig here, and so begins the tuning portion of the KO controller install. All right, so in the last video, I installed the KO factory spec controller on the bike, and then I installed the motor like a while ago. Okay, so everything's on there finally. Sorry, Hades Omega has been kind of dragging ass. It's just been raining a lot in California. We've got like storm after storm after storm. There's no time for me. I mean, there's like, really, I can't go out and ride it anyways, so I've just been kind of dragging my heels on this. Okay, but anyway, what we got first is we got to go install these dongles onto the computer. All right, this is the one that connects directly to the bike. We'll try this one out, and then this is the Bluetooth one, and then we could try the Android one. Okay, I have all the software installed on all my computers. I did that all previously, so all you have to do is go to the KO Moto website and just download the software. All right. So what you'll do is you'll go to the KO Moto website. You'll download their software for a PC. I don't know if they have it for like Macintosh and stuff. And then you got to download the like firmware file or the tune file for whatever setup you're running. All right, so the setup that we're running is the factory spec motor and controller combo. All right, I think it's a RS 72 volt or something. Oh yeah, and then you have to pick what battery you're running, the 60 volts or 72 volts. I don't know if you can change that. Yeah, so right now Ace Mega doesn't really know what I can do with this. I studied everything last night, all right, and there's a lot of cool things you can do with it, but it's going to take a lot of like plugging numbers in and riding the bike, all right? That's what I'm saying. And like I said, I can't do that because it's raining right now, all right? It just was pissing rain all day yesterday. I think this week it's going to stop raining finally, so I can finally start doing stuff outside. So, but anyway, yeah, we'll go install we'll go install these on all my computers first, okay? So, and like I said, the battery thing, I don't know if you can swap between 60 and 72 volt batteries. Hades Omega doesn't have 60 volt batteries anymore, all right? I used to do it with the NXT display, and it was kind of annoying. When you switch from 60 or 72 volt batteries, you have to go into the settings and hit what battery you wanted, and you have to reprogram everything, and then you can go ride again. I was like, I didn't want to do that. I want to just be able to swap batteries, you know, without having to worry about anything. So it's, in my opinion, it's best to just stay with one battery, all right? And when they start to have like 84 volt batteries and stuff, or 90 volt batteries on the market, or if you build one, I don't know how that's going to work, because they have tune files for 60 volt and 72 volt. They don't have anything for like anything higher than that. So I don't know if there's going to be, and I don't know if in the software if you can just choose which battery you're going to be using and then just upload it to the thing. And it's kind of annoying that you have to tune with the PC, but you can use your phone also, so that makes it a little bit better. Definitely, I'm not going to carry my PC around with me on the trails if I want to adjust something, you know. A phone, I can carry a phone, all right, but a PC, no way, dude. I'm gonna be carrying no PC around with me in the backpack or anything. I mean, I guess I could, but that's, really annoying. Okay, anyway, Hades Omega has a bunch of antiquated PCs, all right. I've got one running Windows XP. I've got, yes, Windows XP, guys. That's, a long time ago. I have Windows 7 and one running Windows 8, all right, and they're all different sizes. My tuning laptop is running on Windows XP. I would like to get my tuning laptop running. So anyway, let's see if I'm gonna go install these, and I'll let you guys know what happens, all right? Because some of these computers, like, they don't go on the internet and stuff, all right? So, all right. Okay, so here we are on top of the washing machine. So I've got the two USB devices here. The two USB devices. This is the one that connects to that little connector that's on the harness. All right, if you want to direct connect, and then this is the Bluetooth dongle. Okay, I think you have to use this. I think if your PC does have Bluetooth built into it,
it's kind of like a key for it, sort of. All right, there's a little button here. It looks different than the one they use on the website. The one on the website has like a plug like this, but there's a wire going out, and then there's a thing with the thing on it, man. With the button on it. All right, so the button is the important part. All right, well, I will show you how that works when we get there. All right, but the first thing is we're gonna install these on the computer and see if they recognize them and they download all the drivers and everything. Okay, hopefully it'll be really simple. Okay, but like I said, these are the computers that I'm using. I've got my Windows XP laptop. All right, this is a whatchamacallit. It's kind of like a tablet, sorta. And it's running with it's running on like a kind of an SD card or something. All right, it's a purpose-built laptop. Hades Mega built. All right, I just want to say I used to use it for mapping, like GPS and all that stuff when I was delivering packages, and now I use it for tuning cars and the bike now. Okay. Yeah, Hades Mega used to do this stuff with the cars and stuff, and Hades Mega is no good at tuning stuff. So, but I try. Type of thing. All right, and then this is my Acer laptop. All right, this used to be the laptop I used to use when I'm not using my desktop. I prefer using a desktop, but I just use this guy when I don't really use this guy anymore. All right, but if I have to go somewhere I need a computer, then this is the one I would take. Okay. So yeah, this one is running Windows XP. This one is running Windows 7. All right, and if as of this video, all the operating systems on these computers are obsolete. All right, so that's what I'm gonna say now. Okay, I got a Asus mini computer. All right, or it's not quite a netbook. It's a little more powerful than a netbook. So what Hades Mega uses this for? I lost a charger for it, by the way. Hopefully, it's still got charge. What Hades Mega uses this for is this is what I use when I go adventure riding. All right, so at the end of the day, when Hades Mega has to stop and download all the camera files and stuff, you know, when I had set up camp when I'm traveling on the motorcycle, this is the computer I download it to. It's got a huge SSD drive in it, and then I can connect like an external SSD drive and have even more space. Okay, so basically I would just put the SSD card in the computer and then download it at night. The only problem is like the transfer speeds on this thing are really slow. This is only USB 2 and it downloads. Anyway, it should be fine for tuning. All right, so ideally it would be nice to use this one because this one is really small. I can take it with me places pretty easily. All right, and it's lightweight and it's pretty good on batteries. So, and like I said, this is another kind of purpose-built laptop. Like I said, I use this as like a travel computer. All right. Hades Mega probably should upgrade to something smaller and lighter, but yeah, it's not, like I said, I don't really need something fancy type of thing. Okay, so that is the third computer. All right, and the fourth is my phone. All right, so we're going to use I have the Android app on this. Let me kind of show you it, but you can't use the phone to update the firmware, and that's the first thing we need to do. So we can play with this later. I got it here under Sauron. And KO control systems. There you go. That's what the app looks like. It says you need to connect to the Bluetooth device. All right, but we'll do that later. It's got a nice little gauge dealie on it. Okay. It would definitely be better to put this on your handlebars than this on your handlebars. I could put this on my handlebars, but I can't put this on my handlebars. That's what I'm getting at. Okay. All right. So let's. I'm gonna go install the dongles on here, on all my computers, and I'll let you know how it goes. All right. Okay, I got my computers on. All right, so I already have a problem. Okay, so my tuning laptop, it recognized the USB. So it's a USB to serial adapter is what it is. Okay, and I know a lot of people are not happy with the KO stuff because you have to use your PC and all that stuff. So hopefully it gets better. That's what I say, all right? But yeah, Hades Mega is a kind of tech savvy person, so you know, maybe I can do it, all right? But anyway, so I'm having a problem here. I'm in the device manager here, and under USB serial, All right. Oh yeah, this is a tablet, by the way, so I can use. Okay, in the device manager here, we've got a USB serial CH340. All right, so it's installed. However, there's a conflict. All right, there's a that yellow exclamation mark. Well, that means it's in conflict with another device. So this laptop already has a built-in Bluetooth, and like I enabled them all. So I probably should disable them. But anyway, so there's a conflict on this. I guess there's no more open COM ports or whatever. You need to go to, so it says here COM14. It's trying to use COM14. We could try to change it, type of thing. Let's see if we could change it to a different number. Oh yeah, we can change the port setting. But maybe. Oh yeah, you can change the COM port number. All right, but instead, since I'm not really using that Bluetooth stuff, I'm going to disable this one that says COM port 14. I'm going to right click it and hit disable. And say yes. Okay, now there's no more conflict. Oh, there shouldn't be. Hold on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is unplug the dongle. Okay, that should disappear. Plug it back in. Hopefully it'll work. Okay, there we go. Now it works. Okay, so I think, okay, that one is down. All right, that one installed. So you don't need any fancy drivers or anything. It's kind of built. So for operating systems all the way down to Windows XP, it looks like it works. Plus I'm using, this is the KO Tech software right here. All right, so it works on a Windows XP laptop. So you don't need a really fancy new modern operating system to run this. So that's good. Okay, so those of you that are worried about like, oh yeah, I need a PC to tune it and all that, you can just go on like eBay or something and buy a really cheap obsolete computer, like this. This is a Toshiba Portage, by the way. Yeah, it's running Windows XP. It's pretty cool. You can flip this and put this down like that, and you can use it as a tablet. Okay, but it's kind of messed up. Okay, but yeah, so I'm using it like this right now. So you can see the USB dongle right here. Okay, you can see the USB dongle here. It's blinking red, so I think you gotta when you're gonna pair it with the bike, you gotta press the white button on the side here, and it should blink, just be solid red or something. Okay, from what I understand. Okay, so I think this one is good to go. The next thing we're gonna try is installing this guy. Okay. Okay, same dealie. All right, it just pops up, and for this computer, it wants to use COM14 for whatever reason. Okay, so we'll just let it use that. And so I've got the wired one plugged in here. Okay, so basically all this is a USB to serial converter. Okay, the other one is like a USB to Bluetooth or something. All right, one of them is wireless and one of them is wired. That's the only difference, but they're like kind of the same device. Okay, so if I unplug this, the serial thing should disappear. Let's keep on doing that now. Kind of annoying. Okay, yeah, so it's gone now. Okay, and this is under the ports COM and LPT. All right, so this computer has like a bunch of Bluetooth ports on it. Right, I've never used it before either. I tried to use it last night. I'm like, it doesn't work. Okay, so it looks like it works for that. So in the software, you'd probably want to go to COM port 14. All right, so we're here. It's on COM 6 right now. You want to select 14. Boom. Okay, so we're on COM 14. And then, so this laptop, I think, should be ready to go. Okay. Yeah. So just remember, so where you can find it is in your device manager. If you're running a Windows XP computer, I feel like I'm doing like an IT thing right here. Yeah, so you could go where you'd find this. You could find it in the control panel. Yeah, this thing is getting heavy. Control panel, and then, man, I don't know. I think you go to system. It's been a while. You go here, and you can go to hardware. All right, and then under hardware is device manager. Okay, there's another way you can do it. You can go to my computer, go right click it, properties, go to hardware, device manager. I think there's another way you can do it. You probably use there's a command you can probably type in and it'll work. Okay, so that one looks good to go. I'll put that aside, and then I want to get this one ready. So we're going to see if it works on a Windows 7 computer. And it should if it works on a Windows XP. Alright, so there's the Bluetooth dealie. Alright, it's installing the device, it says. It says installing the driver software. We got the red blinking light on there. This one, the dongle's a little in a nicer place. At least, I mean, you guys can see it on the video. And then, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to computer. This one doesn't have a pen, so we're going to go to properties. I haven't used this computer in a while. We're going to go to device manager right here. Okay, we're going to go to device manager. It's right here in the system. Right click system, right click computer, and you go to properties. You go to device manager. This computer's so slow. Okay, and then so it says USB serial, but nothing. That's crazy. It works on the other one, but it doesn't work on this. The device is not configured correctly to find a driver, so it can't find the driver. That's the problem. So for whatever reason, I have to for whatever reason, I already have the driver on this computer because I've used something similar to this. All right, I have the I might have the driver on this computer. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Let me see if I can get the driver off of this computer, but I think it's that one. Okay, haha, so that's so funny. I already had the driver on my Windows XP computer already on here because I've already used a device very similar to this for something else. That's why this is my tuning laptop, because I've used it on these a lot of tuning interfaces, like for vehicles and stuff. They use a USB to serial interface, all right, and so that's what this driver is. I had to download this driver on the internet. I remember. I think this is for the NXT display, and then it would work for some kind of device. I had to download this. So if you are looking for the driver for this device, I mean, maybe your computer will down. I'm not connected to the internet right now, so, but you just want to go to Google or something and look for this CH341 SCR, all right, CH341 SCR driver, all right, and try to download it off of some website, all right. I think it's a common USB to serial drivers type of thing, okay. So one thing about the KO, another thing I'm kind of don't like about the KO software is they don't give you the software. You have to do everything off of the website, all right. All the documentation, all the software and stuff is all on the website, all right, guys. And it would be nice to have a physical copy of it. You know, why can't you just have a little CD-ROM? You know, CD-ROM guys, right? Or like a little memory card or something, so you could install it, type of thing. All right. So I know this is the driver. I'm gonna go put that on a thumb drive, and I'm gonna copy it from this computer to this computer, and hopefully it'll work. Okay. So yeah. So this is kind of like a kind of troubleshooting video for you guys that you know, that are trying to use this and then like you can't use it. that's you would need this this driver, all right? And so apparently Windows 7 doesn't come with this driver or something. So now maybe it can download it off the internet. I'm not sure. Okay, so all right, I'm just going to copy this driver. All right, so you can, like I said, you can go on Google and look that up, and then maybe you can find a place to download it. I think that's how I found that driver. Okay. But the crazy thing is, this doesn't even show up. It doesn't. All it says is USB serial. That's it. That's the only thing it's showing right there. So, how do you know to search for that driver? You know, type of thing. Okay. So, but this is a right drive. This one already has the right driver. So I'm going to go copy it from this computer to this computer. All right. Okay. So I already had it copied onto the SD card that was on here. Okay, so it's on. All I did was move the SD card from that computer, from the computer on the right to the computer on the left. All right, and then so I'm gonna hit update driver. Yeah, I'm gonna hit browse my computer for driver software. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to browse, and then I'm gonna look for, go to that SD card drive somewhere. Computer, SD card, and then that CH341 SCR. Alright, and I'm going to hit OK. Hopefully it'll find it in there. Maybe you might have to think. Okay, it's searching. Oh, it's installing the driver software. It found it. Computer's super slow now. So hopefully, when it installs that driver, this guy will work also. All right, because I think these are pretty much the same device. All right. So you know how Hades Omega is good at this stuff is because I used to build computers in like the 90s and 2000s. All right, that's when I grew up. All right. That was like my hobby back then, and now it's kind of crazy now. I don't build computers as much as I do anymore. Okay, so there it is. It says USB serial CH340. Okay, I'm gonna hit close. Close. All right, so this doesn't have any of that funky Bluetooth stuff that the other one has. But this one it's installed it at COM3, all right? So if you have to move it to like a different COM port, you can do that, all right? But it's selected COM3 for me. So when I go to the KO software, all right, I got the KO Tech stuff here. I got the hex file, all right? So the one I'm using is the 1 RS combo base setup on 72 volts, all right? That's the one. So it says combo, all right? RS combo. Even though it's not the RS, it's actually the factory spec. So I don't know. That's a good question. I wonder if there's supposed to be one for the factory spec. If it has to be, if it's a special one, I'm not sure. Or does everything just use the same thing? I don't know, guys. But that's the one I downloaded at the website. The one that looked like my controller. All right. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to open up the software. Super slow, man. Okay, there we go. Alright, and then we're going to pick COM3. Alright, COM3 is already thing. Okay, so I think that's good. So let's disconnect this. Oh, it's already connected. It already knew which port to pick and stuff, so that's cool. Alright, now I'm going to plug this guy in. Okay, and then hopefully it'll recognize it. Okay, hopefully it'll recognize it. So I go to ports and COM ports, there should be a USB to serial device on COM3. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much the same device, guys. So once you have the drivers installed for one, it should install on the other, right? So, all right, baby steps, right? Baby steps. Okay, so this laptop should be good to go. All right, the hardware is installed on it finally. Now let's go see if I can do it on my little laptop. All right, my traveling laptop, the Windows 8 one. All right, but yeah, Windows 7 didn't have the drivers for this. All right. Okay, marvel at the boot up time on this bad boy. Super fast. Save and exit. Boom. Okay. Now marvel at how fast my PC starts up. I don't know, man. Like, I'm pretty sure like modern devices start up way faster, but there it is. It's already started up. Boom. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and so I've already got the KO stuff installed on here. All right, I already copied it on there already, but I don't think it has the driver. But let us check. All right, so put the laptop right here. I'm going to plug it into the USB port. It's kind of annoying having to have this dongle stick out of your computer. I kind of don't like it, guys. But that's the way you got to do it, so. Okay. I'm going to go to my PC, properties. We're going to go back to the device manager right here. So this is Windows 8, guys. All right, so it looks like a Windows. It's unregistered Windows. Up there it is. So once again, USB serial is not. This doesn't have the correct device driver in it. All right, so I'm going to go put the SD card that I had the driver on. All right, and then stick it in the USB port, the SD card port. Okay. We're going to go update driver again. Okay. We're going to go browse for the driver. Browse. And go to, man, I don't know, removable disk. Is it on this one? Okay. And then this CH341 SCR. I'm going to hit OK. It's a little different than the other one. Oh, no, it's the same. I'm going to hit next, and it should install it. Okay. The funny thing is, like, the computer with the oldest operating system was the one that worked right off the bat. That's I can't believe it, guys, type of thing. But yeah, I think KO should like have the driver on their website or something. I'll look on the website if they had it there. But they should have the driver for this on the website, or they should give it to you on a little disc. Well, that's my suggestion, KO. Tech, when you're shipping these units, this controller or controller motor combos have a little CD-ROM with the drivers and the software already on it, so we don't have to go to the internet to get it. Maybe some people, don't have really good internet connection. They won't have the driver for this. They wouldn't know like where to. If they don't watch my video, they wouldn't know, right? Type of thing, all right? Okay, there it is. Windows has successfully updated your driver software. Windows has finished installing the driver software for this device. All right, USB serial CH340. Okay, we're going to close this. This device is working properly, and it's on COM port 3. All right, so both the Windows 7 and the Windows 8 computers install it on COM 3. All right. Okay. So nowhere does it mention on the KO website that you need this specific driver for this guy. So I don't know if I didn't really go through over any troubleshooting guides. I did notice that I have like an older file already, so the hex file is different already. So I'm gonna go download the newest hex file. Maybe it changed, but it says it was. When is this hex file from? This hex file, it says 1RS combo. This is different than the one that I downloaded. Yeah, this is one RS combo base setup. So they've already done an updated one. All right, the software hasn't changed for a while, but the file, the firmware update file is different already. So I already got to go download the newest one. All right, but well, this one has Bluetooth too on it. Notice that generic Bluetooth adapter. That's cool. Anyway, I think you got to use the dongle to work with the thing. So I gotta go. I gotta go download the new software and copy it to all the computers. Probably, I will probably be using my tuning laptop though, so that's the one that we'll use. What am I gonna say here? But anyway, yeah, let's go see if this works. All right, on this one. So yeah, it says the device is working properly. All right, looks good. I don't know if we have to change any of the port settings. We're going to open the KO software. Okay, this is a Windows 8. Man, it looks... The screen is so small on this, like it doesn't show everything. So if possible, maybe I need to make the resolution smaller or something, man. All right, so it's already set to COM 3. All right. For the Bluetooth dongle, the wireless dongle is you should set the baud rate to 19,200, right? Bit baud rate, yeah. Yeah, if you're going to be using the wireless one, all right. So let's try installing the. Oh yeah. Once you unplug it, all that stuff disappeared. So it knows it's talking to it. All right. I wish we could disable it and find out if. Anyway, it's too late now. All right, I connected this guy, and nothing. Okay, there it is. Disconnect. Should disappear. Connect it again. Okay. It shows back up. Says the device is working properly. Okay, so there we go. And then I'll open the KO software again. Okay, so I think that's how you know this is working, when you unplug this guy. So if we unplug this, also if you're using this one, I think the baud rate has to be set to 9600 or something. Yeah, 9600. That's the first one. Okay, so the first one, right? Okay, so the first one is 9600. That's for this guy. Okay. Okay, the wired one. And then for this guy, the wireless one, is 19,2000. Okay, 19,2000. So that's the one you would use if you plug it in directly. We'll try both of them, I guess. Okay, and yeah. Okay, let's see if this. I'm interested to see why the gauges and stuff disappear. I think that's just the way it boots up every time. Oh no. It doesn't. So there you go. So if you you know that your devices are working properly, all right. If you plug the dongle in, nope. Just open it again. Okay, so that's how you know your device is working properly. When you could see this screen, all right, the screen with all the gauges and stuff on it, all right, that's what I'd notice. So I noticed when I unplug this, those gauges disappear. Okay. Last thing I want to do is I want to simulate the device manager. I want to disable this first. So I'll plug this in. We'll disable this. Okay. Okay, that's the same, like if your driver wasn't installed, then that wouldn't work, alright? And then I'm going to open the KO software again. Okay, there you go. So this one, it just shows the KO logo, but it doesn't show the gauges at all. All right, so if your device isn't working, see, also it says COM1. All right, so if the dongle is installed properly, it should already default to the COM port, whatever COM port it was is COM3, right? And then I guess it'll auto select 19,200 baud rate, okay? Because I guess they figure that's what a lot of people are going to use, the wireless one, okay? So they default it to that. All right, Hayes Omega's, nerding out on the software here. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to enable the serial adapter. Okay, now it's active. I'm going to open it again, and the gauges should pop up now. Boom. Okay, so that's how you know that the device is working, at least. Okay, the bike isn't on right now, so we're not connected to it, but that's how you know the device works. All right, you should see this screen right here. So I think our computers, all three of my computers, are ready to connect to the bike now. Okay. Wow, that was kind of an ordeal already. Oh, my battery's running out of power, so I'm probably not going to use this one anymore. All right, Hayes Omega here, and yeah, so I want to show you guys where I'm downloading all this software and stuff. All right, I will put the links to everything in the description. All right, so this is the kind of like the IT portion of the video. All right, yeah, it's a pain in the ass working with the NXT display, and it's a pain in the ass working with this. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I have to go learn new things. All right, but anyway, I'm here at komodo.com, ko-modo.com under software / software downloads. All right, I will put a link in the description where I'm getting all this stuff. Okay, so it looks like they only have PC software. They don't have Macintosh. So sorry, guys, sorry Macintosh folks. They don't have enough IT people to build you guys. All right. So anyway, you have to have like a PC software. Like I said, man, I sorry for you guys that use Macs only, but if you're a PC savvy person, you could buy a cheap PC off of eBay, or something, and then and use it to tune your Sauron. Right? If that's its only sole purpose, just buy the cheapest piece of crap laptop you can. You saw that I use an old ass laptop from the Windows XP era, and it still seems to work. We'll find out when we actually start tuning the bike. All right, but it looks like it works. Anyway, it goes here to software downloads. All right, you would go here to, or would you find it under support? And it would be software downloads right here. All right, software downloads. Well, blam. All right, that's where we're at right now. All right, if you want to do it that way, and then so they have a PC software. It's version 3.3. It's current as of August 13, 2022 of this video. So they haven't updated the software for a little while now. It's like because it's January of the next year already. And then they have an Android app, but it's a beta version. Do not use this to update your controller. All right, so that's the other one that I have installed on my phone. You're gonna have to. I guess you're gonna have to go here. What I did is I browsed here on my phone. All right, I went to the Komodo website on my phone, and then I downloaded this on my phone, and I installed the software. Okay, so I will be using that later, but we need to use the PC software first. Okay, so it tells you how to get it started and everything. Note on tuning files. They give you some general tuning advice here and stuff. Okay, so this is for like the Pro Series and the Factory Series. There's one for Talarias, and then there's one for if you have a Sauron motor and KO controller. So if you got a KO controller, this is the Pro, this is the Nano, and this is the Factory. They don't have the Russia yet, I guess. Nobody's using a Rush yet, but the one Hades Omega has is the Factory one. So we would download this one if we were using the Sauron motor, right? But if you have the Sauron combo, all right, the Sauron factory spec combo, all right, you would download this one. All right, so I downloaded it just now. Okay, and then I copied it onto that card. All right, so this is current as of November 24th. Man, was it that long ago since I installed that software? It could be. I don't remember, man. I remember. Yeah, man. Okay, anyway. And then they give you some kind of tuning hints here and stuff. All right, so you can kind of look at that stuff. They got like some little notes and stuff. So I will go look that over when we go thing. So it's nice to have internet access when you're tuning your thing. All right. So you need to download this software and just install it on your PC, and then you need to download whatever one that you have. Okay. So like this is the Pro with the, oh yeah. So it's also the battery. All right. The battery is another one. So this is the Pro combo. All right. So you got the Pro and the RS motor. All right, or whatever. With the 60 volt battery. All right. This is one for 72 volt battery. All right. This is the factory. Oh, I guess they don't sell a Nano combo, do they? Yeah, they don't sell a Nano combo. All right. So the Nano's the only one that works with this stock motor, I guess. I guess you can't use the Nano with the newer motor, I guess. I'm not sure. Anyway, so for the combos, they only have the Pro and the factory. All right. So if you're using a 60 volt battery, you need to download the one for the 60 volt. If you're using a factory with a 72 volt, you need to download this one. All right. Right now. All right. As of this video. Okay. And then it kind of gives you some hints here. You should set the pole pairs to 4, blah, 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 blah. I think some of this stuff is already going to be on that file, all right? Okay, and then the rest is the tuning stuff, so that's after, all right? First, we're working on the connectivity first. All right, here's we go. Okay, I got to copy this on here before it runs out of power. Okay, so I copied the newest firmware, tune file, whatever it is, alright, onto the SD card, and I'm just gonna copy it. Which one was it? Oh, I already put it in the KO Tech folder. There's only like 9 megabytes left on this card, guys. It's a 128 megabyte card, man. Okay, there, I copied it. I'm gonna go copy it to the other laptops now. So we're ready to go. Okay. Disconnect that. And I'm gonna turn this computer off because it's running out of power. So this computer should be ready to go. Okay. I probably might want to connect it later to the bike, but that's not part of it. Alright, sorry guys, the heater's on. So I just want to point out that, yeah, one of these I just want to point out, so I did have the older software, all right? So the software that I initially put on this computer, I installed it, I copied it on November 17th, all right? So they already made a new one on November 24th. So literally, when I downloaded this, maybe like a week later, they'd already updated it, all right? But that was in November, all right? There hasn't been an update for like a while, all right? It's January right now. And so, yeah. It just so happens they updated it really soon after I downloaded it. It's kind of annoying. So, yeah, always check if there's a new file, all right? When you're tuning your thing, all right? So you have the latest software settings in your thing, all right? Okay, but anyway, I've copied it to the directory, the KO Tech directory I have on my desktop. So, and then I will probably choose the newest one, the one that says Soron 72 volt 24.11.2022.hex file. Okay, that's the one that we're going to be uploading to the controller, and hopefully it'll work. All right, so I'm going to go copy it to this computer right here. All right, the bigger one. And then, so that way, if I want to, I have options to use different computers, all right, in the future. It's good to have multiple devices, maybe you might not have one, all right? Okay, so I'm going to go copy the files from this one to this one, and then we'll be done. Okay, boom, I got it copied on there, all right? Now I can put this old SD card back into my old computer. Right. Oh, Hayes Mega just nerds out. I have computers just for like specific tasks. All right. This one just all this does is tune ECUs and motorcycles now. Okay. So all right. So that's the end of this one.
All right, Hayes Mega here, and so that was the first part of the KO Moto tuning saga. All right, that tuning part of the video. All right. So in the first part, what's Hayes Mega got done so far? I installed the motor, and then we tested it with the BAC 4000 controller, and it worked okay. I think if Hayes Mega's controller is in good shape, it would work fine. All right, it would have worked great. And then we installed the factory spec controller, and then now we gotta and then in this video we installed the devices onto the computers. All right, so here's the stuff that I learned. You have to have a PC, no Macintosh, no Linux, no none of these weird. It has to be a PC. All right, Microsoft PC. Okay. Whether you could use a tablet or something, maybe if you're using a tablet that runs Windows or something, okay. And we found out that I have 3 different laptops, and it works. If the funny thing is, it worked right off the bat with my Windows XP computer, right? My oldest computer, it worked right off the bat because I already had the USB to serial driver on it, all right. And then my other computers, my Windows 7 computer and my Windows 8 computer did not have the device drivers installed. So I had to go copy the device drivers from my Windows XP computer onto the 7 and 8 computers. All right. The funny thing is, yeah, the oldest computer was the one that worked right off the bat. All right. And nowhere on the website does it mention anything like, oh yeah, if your USB dongle doesn't install, you need this driver. All right. They didn't provide you the driver at all. All right. In my opinion, KO Tech should have sent you like a little CD-ROM or a little thumb drive or something. Yeah, like a little USB thumb drive that has like the stuff on it already, that would have the software, so you don't have to go to the website and then like maybe the tune file, all right, and then the device driver, all right. That stuff should be on a little CD-ROM or something when you get your controller and motor, all right. I don't like this. Literally, that's all we got. We got the controller, the motor, and then the dongles, all right. That was it. Nothing else. Okay. In my opinion, if you're paying like $3,000 for all this stuff, I should at least get a paper manual. All right. I like to have paper manual for reference, and I would like to have the software, all right, already like given to you on like a CD-ROM or something. I guess they just don't do that nowadays. All right. But Hades Meg is old school like that. I like to have that stuff handy if I don't have access to the internet or something, okay? So could be out in the middle of the desert, and I need to tune my bike for whatever reason or update the firmware, and I won't have it, right? Some type of thing, all right? Because I don't have internet connection, all right? Type of thing. That's just one of the scenarios, all right? So that's what we learned. You have to have this special driver, all right? I will have the links to the software download website for KO Moto, all right, for the controllers and all that stuff. And I will look for the link for the device driver, right? So that's what the important thing about this video was, installing the devices onto the computers, all right? And it was a little bit harder than I thought it would be, all right? It didn't go as smooth as I thought. The funny thing is the first computer worked properly, right? And it was the oldest computer that worked properly. Okay? And then so what we found out was when you open the software, if your device is installed properly, you'll see a screen with like little gauges and stuff on it, and it should have the COM port already selected, all right? For whatever reason, it was COM port 14 on the XP laptop, and then the 7 and 8, the Windows 7 and 8 laptops were COM port 3, okay? And I showed you how to look for it in the device drivers. I showed you how to update the driver and install the new driver and all that stuff. I will see if I have a link for the device driver for you to download off of some kind of website. I know that's what I did. I just typed it into Google, and then I look for the driver somewhere. All right, and so when your device is properly installed, it doesn't matter if it's the wired one or the wireless one. Um, you should get when you open the KO software, the tuning software, you should see the gauges on it. All right, if the gauges aren't there, then it's not properly installed. All right, so once it sees that you have it properly installed on the computer, it should boom. All right, you have access type of thing. Okay. Uh, I don't know what happens if you lose the Bluetooth device. They give you two of them, okay? So if you lose one, you still got another, and then you got the Android one, all right? So from we haven't done any tuning yet, all right? I haven't fired the bike up yet, but from what I gather, you have to use the current right now, as of this video, you have to use the PC software to update the file, the tune file for the controller. All right. As of this video, all right. As of this video, the software that I'm using was back from August of last year. They haven't updated the software since for like almost half a year now. Okay. So but you probably want to get the latest software. All right. As I want to say, always go back to that website and check on the latest stuff. So maybe you might be watching this video like a year into the future and they're going to have newer stuff. So always go there and download the newest stuff, all right? I think in the future, you could probably use your Android device, all right? Yeah, they only have Android, they don't have iPhone, all right? So that's another kind of drawback to the KO stuff. I think a lot of people, I've heard of some people, like they decided not to go to with KO Tech because they don't have like a device that works with the stuff. All right, is what I'm gonna say. Currently, you must have a PC. Must have a PC. Okay, a Windows PC. You have to have a Windows PC, and you can tune it with Android. All right, you can't tune it with an Apple. Any kind of Apple device. All right, if you have like an iPhone or a Mac or something, then no. All right, maybe if you have like a PC emulator or something, maybe you could do it. All right, but like it's best to have like a PC. All right, like I said, what you could do is buy a cheap PC at a garage sale, or find some kind of cheap laptop or something. Like there's a lot of laptops floating around that people don't use anymore, type of thing. Stuff gets obsolete, is what I'll say. All right. That's why Facebook has all these old laptops. They're still working, all right? They're still doing stuff. You can buy one just for the purpose of tuning your Sauron, all right? If you're stuck in that boat, all right? You're stuck in that boat. And yes, you have to have an internet connection also, so you can download the software and download the driver. Okay, that kind of stuff also. And then like you have to be able to look up, be able to look up the guide on how to tune this thing, all right? They tell you like, oh, this setting does this setting does that. We recommend these settings, type of thing, all right? So you have to have an internet connection, guys, all right? Who doesn't? I'm not gonna lie. You could just use your phone for everything, all right? So in the future, I think in the future they may have more stuff, all right? KO needs to really work on that, all right? So I mean, this is the modern world, and there's lots of different platforms and devices and stuff. They should at least have one for the Mac and one for the PC type of thing, all right? Or Android and Apple. Or they need to hire a bigger IT team. So I say, all right? Or software engineer type of team. So I say, all right? So yeah, you have to have a PC or Android to tune, all right? If you have any of those other devices, my suggestion is buy a old PC, okay? So you can tune this. Or if you know a friend or somebody, hey, can I use your thing for a little while, all right? Now to change the settings, I believe you can use the Android setting. You can use your Android device, all right? I haven't done it yet, but I will have a video about it, okay? When we get there, type of thing. All right, but the first thing to do is to update the file on the controller. Right? I don't know what's in there right now. Maybe it's got the newest one, but how did they know that you have a 60 volt or a 72 volt battery, right? So it would be best to just update that to the latest one. And like I mentioned, like with within a week since I downloaded the other file, they had already updated another one. So always go to the website first and see what the current software they have first. All right. So make sure your devices are all up to date. All right. You've got the drivers installed and you've got the latest software and the tune files. Okay. That's the beginning. All right. So Hades Omega is done with all that. The next part is we're going to connect it to the bike and we're going to update the firmware. Okay. So that'll be in the next video. Okay, so I know I've already got like some headaches and stuff. All right, but Hades Omega is like a kind of a computer person. All right, I was in the army and I worked on computers in the army and stuff, so I know how to do this stuff. All right, so I'm trying to help out those people that that might be having problems with this, or maybe they're apprehensive about getting this because they don't have a PC. All right. If you don't have a PC, all I can say is just get one. All right, I'm sure you can get one for not a lot of money. All right, that would do this. And what Hades Omega has that's going to be using, I'm using a Toshiba. Was it? So what Hades Omega is going to use is the Toshiba Portage laptop. All right, it's a tablet kind of laptop. It has a little pen and stuff on it, so you can doodle with it and stuff. It was like a very early touch device. All right, and I used that computer back in the days for GPS. All right, for Microsoft Streets and Maps type of thing. All right. But yeah, Microsoft, like, who uses that nowadays? Everyone just uses Google Maps and stuff, right? But anyway, yeah, I'm using a device like that old to tune it. So you don't have to buy some super high tech PC, top of the line PC. You could use any PC. Like, so I'm running Windows XP, so it looks like it works with PCs all the way down that have like old operating systems to Windows XP. So if you don't have a PC, all right, but if you don't have a PC, you can buy one. If you don't have internet, man, I don't know what to say, man. Because like they don't give you anything, all right. KO doesn't give you anything. You have to go download it at the website, all right. I mean, I guess that's just the way everything is nowadays. People don't give manuals. People don't give you the software and stuff. With the product, you have to go to the website and download it. So it's kind of annoying, but I can understand. Like, yeah, you want the most up to date stuff, right? But it would be nice to have like something to start with. That's what I say. All right, KO. Okay. Anyway, so that's the end of this video. This video focused on installing the devices on the computers and how to troubleshoot it if you couldn't. All right, and then like what the different options you have for tuning. In the next video, we're gonna go hook the computer up to the controller. We'll fire the bike up. And then we'll update the firmware file. All right. Hopefully that won't be too bad. And then we'll start the tuning process. All right. All I can say is those Hades Omega is getting flashbacks of those days of working with the BAC controller, playing around with settings and riding up and down the block, and then just scratching my head and just. Like, yeah, I spent many hours tuning that BAC controller, and then now I have to learn something else. All right, so hopefully this is easier to tune than the BAC controller. All right, we'll see. I'll let you guys know. All right, thanks for watching. Hades Omega out.